What's going on, Scorpio? This is your reading for the new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Libra on October 2nd. It's your host with the most, Mr. Meyer with the fire. So this is for Scorpio sun, moon, rising, or anybody with a very prominent Mars or Pluto. This is for you as well. And I'm going to tell you basically how this energy is going to affect you, what to look out for. I'm going to explain the lunation in great detail, and then I'm going to read your cards and read your chart. So there's a lot to say. The first thing that you need to know is that solar eclipses are very powerful. Expect powerful change. We get a new moon every single month. Okay. The lunar cycle lasts about 29 days from start to restart, essentially. And the new moon is the very beginning, and we'll have the sun and the moon conjoin in whatever sign. Over the next 2 weeks, the moon will wax up to full and then peak. And then over the next 2 weeks after that, it'll wane down back to new. And that's how we do. And a new moon is a new beginning, and a new romantic cycle begins in the new moon in Libra. So this one is all about love and beauty and peace and people. And we may be seeing some new connections in our relationships or even deeper ways of relating to ourselves. But beyond this new moon is fucking crazy for like 5 reasons. I'm going to list them all. First one is an eclipse. And this happens every year. It's like a supercharged new moon. Basically, this is where the moon goes in front of the sun directly, and that's going to block out the sun. And you won't really see this unless you're actually in the very bottom part of South America or in the Pacific Ocean. Some people in North America are going to get like a partial solar eclipse, but regardless, man, the energetics are the same. This is a time of transformation, a time of great power, and the effects of the eclipses actually last a lot longer than a normal new moon. So that's very important to note that this one is super intense, just off the rip. But I'm going to show you the chart and show you a couple things about this one that are actually really crazy. So, first one, new moon in Libra. That's dope. Second one, eclipse. We just talked about it. And, the eclipses, it's worth noting this. This kind of gets overlooked in beginner astrology material, but it is really part of the lunation cycle, is that the whole reason we have an eclipse is that the lunation is happening on the nodal axis. And these rule fate, they rule karma, timing, the direction of our solar system. Okay. And I could go on a long tangent and nerd out about the physics of it, but I'm going to save you the motherfucking time. I mean what I say. But beyond this, the new moon is conjunct Black Moon Lilith. And we don't see this very often. So this is very interesting and very cool. And what does this mean? So what you need to know about this is that the moon has an elliptical orbit. And what that means is that it's not a perfect circle. Oh my goodness. And there's going to be times where the moon is closer to the planet and times when it's further away. And when the moon is at its max distance from the planet, we are going to be calling that the lunar apogee or the Black Moon Lilith. And when the moon is as close as it possibly can be to the Earth, we'll call that the lunar perigee or Selena. So the moon is conjunct Lilith. And like I was saying, this is not necessarily a celestial body, but a mathematical geometric point. And this just means the moon is far out, guys. And what does that mean? This cycle is going to have us go deep. And you're Scorpio. So at this point, that sounds like fun. That sounds like a regular fucking Tuesday or Wednesday for you guys. So get excited. But on that same spectrum of thought, the new moon conjunct Lilith is going to have us confront our shadows and dive deep into our hidden emotions and really look at the things that have been suppressed or inadvertently not paid attention to. And we're going to have to start dealing with it. And it's going to be very important. Let me make it abundantly clear that we own our emotions and reactions to life so we don't project our bullshit on other people. And we can minimize our fear and maximize our success. Oh, yes. And that's the nature of the Black Moon Lilith, is doing our goddamn shadow work. Okay. And you Scorpios are cut out for it, but don't avoid that shit, man. Nobody's going to do it for you. You have to be able to own your reactions and realize the way that you feel is the way that you feel, and nobody makes you feel that way. Your feelings are important. Connection is direction. And if you consistently get bad vibes around somebody, you got to trust that shit. But ultimately, you know, the issues you take with the world generally are the issues you take with yourself. I'm not telling y'all to rock yourselves to sleep because sometimes people are dickheads and they're assholes, and you really just have to set a boundary or sting a motherfucker. You get it, Scorpio. But at the same time, take the fear out of your heart. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. Couple other things. This is kind of leading us to what I just said. Mars is square the new moon. Okay. Mars in Cancer. And this says a whole lot. The first thing about this is that this cycle reflects a need to be intentional. And that's the mode to success with all we color ourselves. If we're intentional with everything in the realm of our control, it's likely that all of our intentions are going to manifest. But this one is difficult because the sun is in Libra and the moon is in, or the Mars is in Cancer. And both of these placements are in detriment. So it's high time that people are very indecisive and not too sure what the fuck they want. So maybe it's time to take options off the table if you're not immediately aware of what it is that you desire. But I would say 9 times out of 10, with y'all being a Scorpio, once again, it's likely that you are pretty clear about what you want. You just have to ask for it or just go after it, decide what it is. And you may have multiple decisions or options at this point too. And another thing about this Mars square the new moon is this is going to prompt a need for a challenge. It's going to make us want to strive for more or also have this need for freedom. So on some level, we may even want to reserve the right not to choose. And that's perfectly fine. But at the same time, if you're not intentional with your life, if you're not making a target, you may just stagnate and do nothing. And if you do nothing, you'll be nothing. And is that a life you want to live? I mean, some of you do, and you just are asleep at the fucking wheel and you're not actually living your life. You're just existing. And if that's fine by you, fine. But a lot of y'all, that's not the goal. So stay woke and stay lit and be intentional and give this life your fucking all. And don't wait for somebody else to do this shit for you. Okay. Respectfully. And another thing about because that's more so like the sun side of the Mars square, but on the lunar side, the moon square Mars, this talks about, intense feelings and internalized aggression. And it's going to be really important that you find channels for your anger and aggression so you don't end up hurting yourself or other people unnecessarily. And haters going to hate, man. So just don't be one of them. Haters going to hate. And if you're doing something great, that shit comes with the territory. And I say, fuck them. I say, fuck them. I say, fuck them. And another thing I want to point out before I start pulling your cards and going through the chart and seeing what this is about for you, is that Venus is in her detriment. Venus is the ruling planet of Libra. So this is a very big focus for the new moon cycle. And Venus is in Scorpio. She's in your sign. And that's powerful. That's beautiful. It's sexy. It's magnetic. It's alluring. It's mysterious. But at the same time, it's very fucking intense. And power and love can get kind of confused. And as a result, trust issues may kind of ensue. And it's just going to be important that you trust yourself enough to trust other people or to know when to put a boundary up also. And, you know, jealousy and possessiveness, this also kind of comes under the highlight. Detoxifying our love nature is a really big theme with Scorpio Venus. This is obsessive love, and it's very beautiful to be able to be so enmeshed with somebody to the point where you almost have no separation and you become one person and eventually eat them like a black widow. But at the same time, is that shit healthy? I'll leave y'all to ponder on that shit, man. I'm not going to be the one to judge today, but in any magnitude, this really reflects a need to transform our love nature and to evolve and to love ourselves on the deepest, most fundamental core. Okay. And this also says to ask for what you want and to be painfully specific about what the fuck you want. Okay. And this is going to be a little bit more challenging for you guys, but at the same time, big challenges, big rewards. So this should pay off well because Venus is kind of afflicted in the sign of Scorpio and not that dignified in the first house either. So, that sounds bad, but it's really neutral. It's not good or bad. And you can make the most of it and actually get exactly what you want, really. That's the opportunity you're being presented with, Scorpio. So I love that for you, but at the same time, this may kind of bring conflict into your life when it comes to the connections with other people and, you know, just how you relate to your desires. I'm feeling bad habits, impulsiveness, and, hedonism and recklessness, and that just kind of fucking your life up too. So let's try not to do that. But we haven't even started the reading yet, but it's just really the chart. I mean, the chart, in my opinion, is more powerful than the cards, but either way, I like to kind of use the cards to see what's behind the scenes. So those are the highlights of the new moon. This new moon hits your 12th house. So that being said, this is all about manifesting your dreams, Scorpio, and really focusing on what you actually want from life. I cannot stress that shit enough. And get painfully specific. And with the nodes going from south node in the 12th, north node in the 6th, it's about getting painfully specific and avoiding patterns of retreat and escape. You understand me? Some of y'all aren't trying to hear that. You're smoking right now. Fuck off with that shit, man. And you're like, why? Because you hate your life and you're trying to avoid it. Damn it. I love you enough to say that shit, man. And if I'm not talking to you, I'm not talking to you. But if you took offense to it, I'm talking to you. Damn it. Be fucking for real. Stop fucking lying. It's Libra season and some of y'all are cooked already. I haven't even read any cards yet, but let's get to it. Because this comes from love. This really is, some Cancer Mars energy, some tough love. And I am a Cancer Mars, so I will just say that I'm with you, but I don't give a fuck about your feelings at all. Because I want you to grow. We're committed to self-development. It doesn't always feel good. We can get the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Choose one. Or you could have the pain of a hernia. So like lean out of your edge. Don't just jump off the cliff. And if you are addicted and out of shape and broke and sad, like, hey, that's a quadruple struggle, man. So you're gonna have to really pick one and really just work on it one at a time. I'm so sorry for how I'm saying what I'm saying, but I am not sorry for what I'm saying because this shit is like rapid fire. And I got Pluto in my third house. So it's like, hey, man, this shit is intense. And I know I'm intense. But hey, y'all are Scorpios, so you can handle it. I'm telling you, I'm turning the heat up for y'all because I believe in you guys. You're definitely like getting the most intense reading so far. This is number 8 out of all the signs. So I'm like, Jesus Christ, man, Mark, chill. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, I can't unsay it. And I meant it. So let's start going through your houses. And the best will come up last because we're going to do a 12 card spread. So I'm actually pretty excited for it. So the beautiful thing is, Venus is hitting your first house. So this first card should be a pretty beautiful card, in my opinion, or at least what I hope, and reflect the glow up that you're going through. And, Scorpios are sexy and magnetic, and you're probably feeling yourself. And hopefully others are seeing the glow as well. And even if that's not the case, I say fuck 'em. Fuck them. And as long as you see how beautiful you are, that's really all that matters. But at the same time, with Venus in the first, you may have a lot of people simping over you and always on your phone and people blowing you up. And, look at this Venus Gemini energy. This came up for you guys in the divination. Hoes on your phone. You got bitches on bitches like Michael Vick. Man, that's not funny, but I'm laughing my ass off. What the hell? Bro, what the fuck? This dude is cooked. Mr. Meyer with the fire is cooked. All right, let's call that 3 and then 2 and uno más tiempo. What is it today for the Scorpio risings? Or the Sun Scorpios, or the Moon Scorpios, or the Mercury, Mars, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. Bro, imagine if Eris went into Scorpio. What is life going to look like when that happens? Time will tell. We'll fuck around and find out at some point, unless somebody destroys the Earth. But we'd probably all be too dead to care anyway. So, okay, damn, what the fuck? Oh, I don't want this for you guys. I want to flip it, but at the same time, I'm not gonna flip it because this is exactly what life deals us, and that's how we play. We use the cards that we're given, and you got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And I will just say that from a more holistic note, eclipse season is fucking intense. And some of your transits are intense. And also, the transits of 2024, in my opinion, fucking suck. And I could substantiate that with claims and evidence, but at the same time, I always try to be positive and make the most of these energies. But what I'm seeing for some of you Scorpios is that you may be struggling to have faith or have perspective within life. And this is Jupiter's card, by the way, and this planet is debilitated right now. So, I mean, that's one way to look at it. Oh, but we got to keep our perspective and keep our hopes up. And some of y'all been taking some L's, man. And you win some, you lose some. If you don't quit the game, you'll win. The only way to guarantee failure is to give up. Don't give up. Stay consistent. Keep loving yourself. Keep showing up. What's going on with your second house of Sagittarius? What's going on with the money for Scorpio? I hope y'all are getting money with the Venus in the first. I would assume that this is going to be a pretty good transit for your money, this lunation cycle. Hey, we got the Magician coming out for your second card, and that's beautiful. So y'all do be manifesting, though, and you do have a lot of magic inside of you. So that's the gift that you have. These are the resources at your disposal. Make sure you guys are using your magic. And what that actually means is living intentionally. But beyond that, you can bend the world to your will by manipulating energies. And my magicians know. And the secret about magicians, let me be very clear. They do magic every day. Okay. Not just haphazardly or when they feel like they fucking need it in a crisis. Because sometimes when y'all don't really venerate spirit like that and you only come crying wolf when you need something, they're like, leave me the fuck alone. You don't do shit for me. But some of y'all know what's up and you're tapped in and tuned in and you got bridges that are solid. So this is confirmation for somebody that their spells are about to manifest. You might have been waiting, you might have been feeling some delays. And I'm also seeing that when Jupiter goes retrograde, some of the work that you guys have been doing is going to start paying off as well. And that's going to happen pretty soon during this cycle. If you guys want to know specifically, watch my weekly updates. We're about to post episode 69, freaky ass update, pretty soon. So that's pretty cool. Mars Day with Mark every Tuesday. Let's check in your third house really quick. How's your mind working right now? Let me pull the chart again. So Pluto's in your third house, man. And yeah, your mind is working intensely. And you got that vision that's penetrating. And at the same time, you may be looking at the chaos with the two of one or two of cups. What? Wrong twice. Two of pentacles in reverse. Good God, Mark. Cooked. Two of pentacles in reverse. That's what happens when you go so motherfucking fast. Pluto in the third energy. Life happens so fucking fast. You're like, what the hell? Can I even catch up? Can I catch my breath? But it looks to me that you know that you're the master of your fate. You know that you create this life and things are going to be okay. That didn't come out. I kind of dropped that card right there. So the fourth house, this is talking about our feelings, our emotions, the vibes, what's going on within the family, close friends, in the home life. I need to shuffle this a few more times. That's really what I feel. Okay. Uno más parte. Let's get it. Number 4. Oh, and this is also kind of interesting. I do want to say before the card comes out, Pluto is going to end its trek through Capricorn in November. So the retrograde is going to be pretty much over in October, and then it'll move out of Cap in November. So Pluto is going to be moving from your third to your fourth house, and this is going to mark the end of your mental transformation and the beginning of your emotional transformation. And Pluto goes through Aquarius for 20 years, gang. And it's going to transit everybody's chart. So just understand that this is the part of you that's going to be gaining the most power And ultimately, gang, you have to evolve your feelings. You need to find comfort within your own heart, Scorpio. I can't stress that shit enough. And this is the Six of Cups. And this is kind of funny. Every minor card has a planet and a sign, and this is actually Scorpio sun energy, by the way. So, hey, this is your time to shine, man. The power's in your heart, the power's in your emotions, the power's in your feelings, your empathy, the power's in your home. And this also tells me that there's alignment whenever it comes to your close people in your life. And it's looking like people are moving as a unified group, sharing similar intentions and goals. And I love it. I really love it. That's what it's supposed to be. And also, this tells me that some of y'all are reflecting on the past. Some of you may feel like you're stuck in the past. And that's hard, man, because it's difficult to create the future in that context. All right, what's up with the fifth house? The fifth, this is, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm always trying to be real, no joke. But when I started tuning into your energy, before I even started reading cards or talking to you, Scorpio, I felt all this pressure in my teeth. And I felt tension in my head and my body, and I just felt weird as fuck before I started reading the Scorpio's energy or reading their reading. Like, your energy is intense right now. And you probably hear that a lot being a Scorpio. But the crazy thing was, I felt it in my teeth. And then I was just, feeling and hearing, check where Saturn is, and Saturn is going through your fifth house. And this is actually a difficult place for Saturn to be because it means that you're hard on yourself and you're going through this arc of personal development. And, it kind of can feel like the world is against you, even. And it's not, but you have to change your fucking paradigms. And this also says with the high priestess in reverse that, there's a lot of self-doubt right now. And you need to be more in tune with yourself and take time to meditate and listen to your intuition and trust yourself and quit second guessing yourself. And also commit to personal development. Some of y'all are fucking up. Some of y'all are in demon time. And that's why life is not blessing you, because you're doing harm to the world. Damn it. Quit being so fucking selfish. Ooh, I know that hurt. But it hurts me when you fuck up. Because we are the world, we're the universe. Quit thinking about your goddamn self so much. I'm not trying to be a dick, but like, damn, we can both win if you just play your fucking role. This is that tough love with that Mars Cancer, with that Saturn in the fifth. Like, your purpose is intrinsically linked towards uplifting the human spirit. You feel me? And then under that condition, you can be selfish. You understand? That's the secret. That's the mode to success, is that we are all one. Okay? So commit to your spiritual development and listen to the lessons. And this is not for everybody. Take it how it resonates. Some of y'all are cooked, and some of y'all are. Scorpio is a very polarizing sign, right? And it's like some of y'all don't need this message, but you just need to stop doubting yourself. Or I would also say that, for the evolved Scorpios, this high priestess in reverse is telling you to help reconcile other people that are stuck and lost on their paths, because you have that gift. And this also might make you doubt yourself as well, because you're dealing with a shit ton of other people's problems too. And you're having to boss your life up and be a little bit more loving to yourself. You got Neptune in the fifth house as well. And also, the North Node is pointing towards your sixth house. And the Lovers is coming out right here, gang, in your sixth house. So, new connections is what I'm seeing for damn near everybody with this Libra new moon. But at the same time, you may kind of run into some of these people in your day to day or at work, or, you may even get a new job or fall more in love with your life in the daily life on a regular basis. And I will say Chiron is in your sixth, so you may be kind of healing in love too on some level, healing your work, healing your sense of duty, healing your health. You know, Chiron in the sixth really is just like blanket level healing. Okay. And we're going to switch hemispheres now because we're halfway through the map. And what I take from this one, gang, is that with the North Node in the sixth house and the Lovers coming out, Like you're going to meet some very powerful people that are going to really be intrinsically linked to your purpose. And some of these people you already know and you're already partnered with, but it's time to really lock in and get serious about like, hey, what are we doing? What's the nature of our partnership? Are we about to get married? Are we going to be together forever? Are we friends? Are we associates? Like, do we need to spend more time together or not? And it's like defining the relationship, getting specific with it so we can really grow and be conducive to everybody's goals. So, the funny thing about Libra is Libra rules the seventh house. So I want to say that there is going to be some significance to this card, the seventh card for the new moon for you guys, but also the 12th card, because that's actually where the new moon happens to be. But this is the sign Libra rules. And then what else? The sign of Venus, the first card, and then the sixth card, because that is opposite the new moon and where the north node is. So it's like these cards on the end, very important. And then after I roll these cards, I'm going to do a little summary for you guys, and then we're going to see what it's given. So let's jump into the seventh house and see what's clarifying the first. And first thing you got to understand is that, Uranus is going through your seventh house of Taurus. And this is really upgrading your relationships. And you're seeking high vibrational connections with other people. And this is beautiful. I see Mars in Pisces, seventh house energy. And this is the archetype, for the second half of the chart. So we'll use that as context as we go. Mars in Pisces really does talk about asking for what you want, being very specific. And hey, go as hard for yourself as you want to go for other people, because this is compassionate action and it is centered on pleasing others. But at the same time, if you don't serve yourself, you may kind of feel victimized because people don't always want to give you what you need. So how can you put yourself in a position to succeed? And how can you put yourself in a position where you can't fail? And this is also telling me to tell y'all to ask for what you want and don't use manipulation or indirect methods of trying to assert yourself. And don't be like love bombing people. Don't be it's okay to love like passionately and be obsessed with somebody. That's Venus Scorpio. But at the end of the day, love bombing is like an ulterior motive. It's like trying to win somebody's praise. Don't do that. Don't force the love. Let the love come to you. Love yourself enough that you don't have to pour into people that might not be interested in you. Go where you're celebrated, Scorpio. Go where you're celebrated. There's a lot of love out here, man. Y'all are so powerful and so giving and so loyal, man. Anybody be lucky to get your love, for real. Scorpio's love is beautiful when you guys trust yourself. Scorpio, you guys probably know this, but Scorpio is power. And the thing that you got to understand about power is that when strong people have power, they do good things with it. But when weak people have power, they do cruel fucking things with their power. So I'm also kind of getting with this one, man. And this was actually very real in the Aries reading, is that some of y'all really need to do that goddamn shadow work because you're not as good as you think you are. And you secretly want people to suffer. And that's really important that you confront your demons and make peace with them and learn how to direct your energy in a powerful way. Some of y'all internalize so much aggression, you could never see yourself as bad. And then consequently, all this conflict with other people is always their fault. And it's never your fucking fault. How weird is that? That you never have anything to do with the conflict that you always find yourself in. Huh? How weird. Take accountability for your life, gang. That's what I mean about the shadow work. This is a hard fucking work, and 9 times out of 10 people don't want to fucking do it. But that's why we get stuck in this crab bucket. You got to break out the matrix and show the people who want to get out there how to get the fuck out there. It's not necessarily going to be easy, but it's worth it for the people that actually want to live a fulfilled life. It's really required, even. Not just worth it, it's absolutely required, but therefore worth it. All right, 3. Spirit just told me, talk that talk, man. Yeah, I mean what the fuck I say. Some of y'all are demons. And I fucks with demons, man, but also do right, because we're a universe. Demons are smart as hell, and they know better. Don't get lost in the language. Never believe a message that doesn't empower you. Again, at the same time, you know what we just said about power? Some of y'all need to be nerfed because you're a cruel person on the inside. And hey, man, I'm not talking to anybody. I can't even like think about a Scorpio rise. I know one, and I actually love this person. I don't even know if they watch my videos, but like, I barely know any Scorpio risings in my personal life. I'm sure I've read for a shit ton of them, but it's like, I don't know any of y'all personally enough to be taking personal issues with y'all. So don't be mad at me if I'm hurting your feelings for real. Because I know Mars is in Cancer. And what do we got here? We got the Emperor in reverse. And this is literally what I was saying is like, internalized aggression. We got to get to the nature of our pain and anger and do something about it. Build yourself up and not try to bring others down. We have no contention with others, gang. That's the thing that we got to know about the Fire family, about this part of the internet. We do not take issue with people. You feel me? People are going to do what they're going to do. But like I said at the beginning of the reading, sometimes you got to sting a motherfucker because they're fucking idiots and they wish you harm. And you got to be like, no, I'm not going to take your shit. And I'm not going to turn the other cheek. I'm not going to get slapped around fucking silly. Pick your battles. But at the same time, it's like, do recognize everybody as yourself. So try to take the high road. Every now and then, somebody does have to get slapped. But ultimately, it's like, when we find ourselves trying to slap everybody, that means there's something we got to check inside of our own heart. For real. Because we love the world. We exist as one. This world is about love. The universe is about love on the deepest fundamental level. And it's easy to forget that shit in the world of duality, gang. I'm telling you, Saturn is in a weird spot right now for everybody. So the seventh house, Uranus. Yeah, raising the vibration of your relationships. And also to me, this kind of feels like being lonely or not really knowing what's going on with the people in your life or feeling like separated from people too. And that's not necessarily fun. But this is actually really cool. I'm excited for this one. The eighth house, this is where you got Jupiter. And I mean, you guys are the eighth sign. So this is going to really show where the power is. And the second house was speaking to magic. I'm hearing from my guides, be nicer to Scorpio next time. I don't know why I chose so much violence for you guys reading for real. But I just want to kind of neutralize and say, hey man, evil exists in half of everybody. So we just have to be aware of these influences. 222 on my clock as I say this. Don't take yourself so serious to the point where life is not fun or exciting. But and here's your card, Scorpio, death card in the eighth house. But at the same time, take your life serious enough to play to win and play to like max this shit out, like live a life of exemplary will. So transformation is needed right now, gang. Death card, literally becoming a different person. That's bro, we're in a constant state of becoming. That's evolution. And that just means that things have to be sacrificed in order to grow. And I'm also getting black magic, magician and death together, second in the eighth house, black magic. So that's exciting. Go into the underworld. Black magic is a scary term for a lot of people. And some will be like, oh no, I'll never do that shit. But you know, why are you afraid of the dark? Why are you afraid to talk to the demons that are already inside of you? Fear is failure. That's all I'm saying. Hey man, if it harms none, do what you will. And that's really the guiding light right here, gang. If it harms none, do what you will. But let's say this, man, like What if there was like a giant hissing cockroach that was like running through your house trying to bite your dog? Would that harm none rule apply still? What if the thing's trying to harm you? What do you do? Right? So that's a good principle, but at the same time, it's like if you put yourself in harm's way, would that be harming none? Think about it. Think about it. Some of y'all do need to fight back. Some of y'all need to stand the fuck up for the injustice that you're experiencing within your life. And the crazy, and this is confirmation because this Libra energy, justice, it's in your ninth house where Mars is, and it's saying fight for justice. Scorpio, fight for justice. If you're gonna fight, fight for motherfucking justice. Fight for the truth, fight for peace. I'm hearing a screaming eagle in my head, dude. Like Lilith energy. Fight for justice. Fight for the truth. What's done in the dark will always come to light. Remember that. We're all gonna see that in this world, truly. We're seeing it already, man, but a lot of shit's about to be exposed in the next years to come. Even in the rest of this year, you're already seeing it in the news. But interesting changes are coming, gang. And this also tells me beyond that, because that's a lot to take in and a whole conversation that we could talk about for hours. But with the Justice card in the ninth house of your Cancer with Mars up in the mix, this also tells me that you're learning to make peace with the universe and make your beliefs make sense and balance those out and kind of X out all the philosophies or ideals that don't even serve you. And you're taking a mental inventory and clearing up your mind and your spirit and reframing reality in a more realistic and objective way and deleting beliefs from your programs and saying like I don't need this shit what I was taught. I'm going to have my own thoughts. I'm going to have my own experiences. I'm going to come to my own conclusions and I'm going to make it make sense, and I want to see the world in a beautiful way. So I love this for you guys. And generally speaking, the ninth house Mars, this is pretty beautiful because this reflects a generalized season of self-improvement and wanting to grow and also being optimistic about life, but and that's at best, but at worst this would just say kind of crashing out or not giving a fuck and being reckless. So hopefully it's the former and not the latter with this Mars and Cancer in the ninth. And Mars, like I already talked about it, Mars is rough in Cancer, man. Mars doesn't like to be here. Truly. And I said this earlier, but let me also be kind of clear, gang. This is why like 2024 has been a shit show. Like, Uranus doesn't really do well in Taurus. Jupiter doesn't really do well in Gemini. Uh, Mars doesn't do well in Cancer. For the time being, these are like, and that's more long term. But like as far as this more short term, this eclipse window, and I will say for you Scorpios, this is like a neutral one, even though it's kind of hard. Saturn's hard everywhere, but being in Pisces in your fifth house kind of makes life a lot more personally difficult, which can be rewarding. But in any magnitude, this current cycle has, again, the sun in its fall and Venus in the fall and Mars square in the fall. And it's just like, God damn it, all these planets are fucked up. So, this is the time to remind yourself that, you are the star. You are the creator of this life, and fuck the planets, man. You're a solar system. And no matter what they're doing, you can do what the fuck you want to do. And you can make shit shake. And you can have a good time regardless. And life can be amazing. And you can thrive on chaos. Yes, so let's do that. Okay. And now let's see what's up with your 10th house and see what's going on with this Leo 10th house and clarify that. Oh, my spirit guides are awesome. They said, I'm certainly a magician. Some of y'all saw that. Yes. All right. Two more. It's the witch laugh, bro. It's just like unconscious. Sometimes I can't hold it back. Oh man. Robbie looking swole over here, man. I've been putting in that work. Hope y'all are feeling good about yourselves, man, because this is the Leo energy that we need so bad. What's up with the 10th house? What's up with the Scorpio's 10? What's going on with these motherfuckers? World domination, world domination. That's too many cards. I didn't ask for that. All right. Whoa, okay, there we go. That shit fell out really hard. I'm hearing put it back because that came out with one other card. I don't, okay, well, third time will be the charm. I was like, do we can't be putting these back every time. And we'll be doing this all night. All right, gang. So we got the three of that's not cups, pentacles. Squidward tentacles. The three of pentacles is the works. And that's how you move your life forward, Scorpio. Hopefully you already knew that, but that's the message you're meant to receive in the context of your career is that you have to be a student of the game and you got to put in that pain. You got to put in those hours and that time. And there's no substitute for work and there's no substitute for showing up. Okay. Unless you become the boss and hire somebody. And some of you very well may need to do that shit and replace yourself and set up systems as an entrepreneur. But until that happens, you got to show up. Okay. And your dreams won't work until you do. So 11th house energy, this is going to be where Virgo is in your chart, clarifying the high priestess. And also what I'm getting with this, like the 4th and the 10th, collaboration is key. But at the same time, you can't wait for everybody else to build your dreams, and I'm also getting like this next one. This is very positive. 4th and 10th, family businesses, and being able to give opportunity to your loved ones and really support the ones around you. That's what I'm getting for you, Scorpio. Family businesses and putting your kids in a position of power. Bro, that's called nepotism, right? And fuck yeah, that can be a good thing sometimes too. I know sometimes people hate it like socially, but it can be good. It's really neutral. Nepotism could be bad, it could be good. But I was getting nepotism vibes. And I got the 10, bro. This is are we cooked? Like, what is going on, Scorpio? We got the 10 of cups coming out in reverse, and it's clarifying the high priestess. And this is kind of like that Saturn going through your shit, rocking your world. Some of you guys are doubting the future, doubting like not it's hard to have hope. And you gotta have hope, man. We need that shit. And this last card is gonna be for the eclipse, that's going on in your 12th house. And I can't stress this enough, Scorpio. You need to be more aware of what you're visualizing on a consistent basis. 7, 6, and only visualize the stuff that you want, man. Take control over your mind. Pluto in the 3rd. 5, get your mind right. 4, 3. You can create anything, Scorpio. Remember that. 2, 1. I hope y'all can feel the love in this video, but I already know in the comments, like they're gonna be like, why do you have to come for us that fucking hard? This this reading has been like a roller coaster, man. It's been a ocean of emotion, like a tidal wave. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see what you guys got for your 12th house. Let's see what the new moon is gonna bring for you guys. Manifesting your dreams. That's the 12th house. And this is clarifying the lovers. The 6th. That was 2 cards. Whoa, and that one didn't even fall out. I dropped that one. I gotta lock in, y'all. Pardon me. I've been pardoned. All right. suspense is killing me, and it's building me. The suspense is healing me, making me stronger, more alive. Whoa, there it is. Okay, temperance. Yaza. I love it. So walk the path of your higher self, Scorpio. That's the message for you to receive in the lunar or the solar eclipse. The lunar eclipse, really every day of your life, gang, being ruled by the planet Mars, you have to be intentional with your life. And that's what Spirit is asking you to do is reach up for your higher natures and live your virtues and be principled. Okay? Be responsible, be trusting, be humble, learn, and just grow. Show the way. Be balanced as well, gang. Don't be so spiritual you have a hard time being human, but at the same time, don't be so goddamn human that you have a hard time rising up. Okay? Or I should say animal to the point where you have a hard time rising up because humans are meant to become gods, devas or angels or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Don't get lost in the language. You understand what the fuck I'm saying. Okay? You understand what I'm saying, guys. If we're in a constant state of becoming and we were Neanderthals at one point dragging our fucking knuckles on the ground, ooh, ah, ah, like, what's next? Our consciousness has intertwined with technology, and we're learning how to collaborate at an accelerated rate across the globe. So, what's next? Becoming our higher selves, becoming the immortal soul, evolving your body, evolving your consciousness. So, hey, same thing. I'm seeing Sagittarius energy in the 10th house, Neptune in the 10th house of Sag. The vision, the dream is of growing to your highest potential. Scorpio, the dream is ascension, not descension. Evolution is the only solution for y'all. In other words, self-mastery is your only success. So I'm going to pull a couple more cards to clarify this. I'm going to send you guys on your way with some love. I appreciate you guys for watching this video, taking the time to interact with it. If you enjoyed it, like it. If you hated it, dislike it. If you watched it to this point and you dislike it, you are what we call a bitch. And spar with me and let that aggression out. But interact with this video because the world needs haters, you know. But if you're still watching it, you clearly love this shit. So smash that like button and hit the subscribe button and come back. Unless you're that weird ass person I had to block the other day. Fuck you disrespectfully, you dumb bitch. Get the fuck off of my YouTube. I fucking do not respect you. And you know who the fuck I'm talking about. I blocked you, but I only blocked your. I don't know how to block people off YouTube. So I know you watch my fucking channel. You probably won't watch this. I don't know if you're a Scorpio or not, but bro, I got the weirdest DM. Fucking idiots. And I will sting a motherfucker, man. That was for one person. All right. And they will not come up in my comments and I ever see them on any other platform. They should jump in the boxing with me, man. Fuck them. People think they're entitled to my fucking energy. They're absolutely not. People try to possess me because they don't know who the fuck they are. Spirit's gonna bust their ass. They get too close to me, I'll fucking do it. We got the hangman. Spirit's telling y'all to hang in there, man. Scorpio, just hang in there, man, because evolution hurts. Growth hurts. Strength in reverse. We got to get better. That's simply what it is. We have to evolve. We have to grow. We have to push our limits in order to do that. We have to raise our standards in order to do that. But expansion's coming. Your ships are coming in, man. Good things are coming for y'all. More peace, more balance, more love. And I see that your dreams are going to come true as well, as long as you believe and you work on them. And the key ingredient is dream, confirm or believe in your dreams, confirmation, wish fulfillment, the star card coming out, gang. Leo, Aquarius energy. So that's the polarity of will. By being your best self, the universe will make you an example for others on how to benefit the world. And that requires sacrifice. And let me be clear, this is hard for some of you guys to make peace with because that makes you feel like your life is not even yours. Okay. So let me put it this way. When you become the person that the world needs you to be, as opposed to the person you want to be, you'll realize you wanted to be that person the entire fucking time. And that's where you can embrace this level of humility or selfishness. And really, everybody gets to win, dude. Teamwork makes the dream work. A leader is the most thankless and painful job. And there's two types of leaders, man. You either lead for reward or you lead for responsibility. And guess which one is better? I love you, Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please interact with the video, and I'll see you guys next time. But I can't emphasize this enough, top and bottom of the deck. Y'all got to believe in yourselves, and you got to take one foot and put it in front of the other, because there's a long road ahead. This is an uphill battle every day, guys. And when you really think about the nature of eternity and evolution, this shit never fucking stops. Okay? So make peace with the increase and try to find a good pace. All right? I love y'all, and I'll see you in the next video. Blessed be.